getting cold, so we've got to put a little extra victuals out for the cows, so I'll take you along for the ride. So you're fixing to see them come because I'm fixing to holler. Woo, baby, come on! Woo! Girl. That's a little girl. She's hiding behind her mama. There she is. Where's that pretty girl? Oh. That's a new one. He's a little boy. Here comes Brownie and Bonner. They want a carrot. I forgot to bring one. I'll bring you one in the morning. He's getting his afternoon bottle. He's growing. Excuse his booty. He pooped on himself again. And I don't have time to stay and give him a bath 24/7 like their mamas do. And plus it's cold. It's going to get down in the 20s for the next 3 nights. I really don't want to get them wet. So when this cold spell's off, I'll put some Dawn on his rear end and scrub away. A friend of ours, before he passed, used to tell me, don't you scratch no bull on the forehead. It makes them mean. So every time I scratch bull on the forehead, I remember what he told me. I guess I better listen because what he said was the gospel. Okay, first bottle down. Now we're on the second bottle. It's got slobber. Friend of my old friend used to call it meringue. That's why she don't eat a meringue on the pie. It looks like calf slobber. He ate a full cup this morning of his grains, so I'm not going to give him any this evening because I don't want to give him a bellyache. You have to gradually increase it. And like I said, that's the way we do it. Some people might do it different. I cleaned his stall this morning and gave him fresh water, so that's all been done for the day. This is the evening chores. I'd rather do it earlier, but he won't eat as good. So I'll put it off as late as I can so he'll get a full 3 bottles. Second bottle down. You're slowing down. You're getting full. Once you get the rest of that down. See them just hunch? Naturally, they'll do that to their mama's bag, and it helps bring the milk down when they don't think it's going fast enough. But believe me, it's going plenty fast enough. He's starting to get full. I don't know if you can hear it, but his stomach's just a rumbling. You finished? He's full, but he still wants to suck. He might have to take a break. Maybe he's just tired. He's gonna knock me over. No more? Just got a couple of suds. And we are done. Oh, he's a good boy. Good boy. And for you that don't know, us Louisianans aren't used to just really cold, and it's supposed to get down to the 20s the next 3 nights. So me and my son-in-law made us the makeshift side so the wind kind of cut some of the wind off of them. And that's his night light over there. It's red. It's a heat lamp, so he'll at least stand warm. He's sucking on my pants right now. So anyway, he'll be warm, and he won't be getting the cold wind on him, and that kind of takes the place of the heat from his mama. Today I'm going to be making potato soup because I'm sick, and that's what my mama always fixed me when we were sick, and her mama always fixed her. But excuse how I sound, I say I've got the plague. It's this bipolar Louisiana weather. So, with that said, let's get started. First I'm going to peel me some potatoes. I'm not going to make a big pot of it because it's just me. Like I've said before, my husband's not a soup eater. He's a steak and tater man. So, and it doesn't freeze well. I don't know. I don't like cooking potatoes once they froze. So I think I'll do one more. We've already used the potatoes we planted and grew from last winter. So I had to buy some potatoes. I'll wash these and then I'll come back and chop them. I found this gadget. Actually, my daughter-in-law found it and I saw her using it, so I went and bought me one. You just get your potato, you stick it on this. It's a chopper, you see? I don't know. And it's got a whale here that catches your potatoes, and that's the front of it, and you just go, and your potatoes are chopped. Wonderful gadget. Saves a lot of time. So I'm going to chop my potatoes, and as it chops, it catches them. You don't have to have your potatoes perfect for tater soup. You just want them small enough to where they kind of cream and cook. The last one, see how much faster? And then you just dump them. You can actually shake them out the hole right there, or you can take it out, which is a little bit easier when that's all you get to do. Okay. And then I'm going to cover them with some water. Filtered water that I have in my birkie. So I've got them, and I have them just barely covered with water. And to that, I grab my milk. You get salt. I put about a teaspoon. You can always add more, but you can't take it out. So I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna turn it on high and get it to boiling. In the meantime, I'm gonna get one small onion and I'm gonna peel it and I'm gonna chop it. This is a very plain potato soup. It's not a loaded potato soup. I always like when I'm sick, just plain old potatoes. Like, I don't know what you call it. It's good. It's even better when your mama makes it. But so I'm gonna chop this. So I'm gonna put my little chopper back on. So I'm gonna take this. Again, I'm gonna put it right there. Chopped. So you don't have to sit out and do it all. So I'm gonna do it. I think it does better when the cut side is up and the blunt side's down. Let's try it that way. A lot better. So that's a lot easier. Just put your cut side up and your solid part down. So we're gonna just save it here. I'm gonna put my bowl, my peeler in my sink. So in the meantime, I'm just gonna let that boil, and then that's all I'm gonna do. A watch pot never boils. My mama told me that. So I'm gonna go do some chores. So it's boiling. I'm gonna continue to let this boil until the potatoes get fork done. So when the fork goes in and the potato breaks apart. You don't want it to where the fork goes in and it stays on the fork, but it's still tender. You don't want it tater salad tender. You want it soup tender. So you want the potato to break apart. Okay, I'm back. I'm doing some chores. I'm gonna check to see if it's fork tender. Nope. They're tater salad tender. That's what we call it. But they need to cook a little bit more. It's been about 2 or 3 more minutes. I'll see you in a minute. Okay, let's check and see if they're fork tender. Oh yeah. So they're fork tender and a lot of the water's cooked out, which you won't, because you don't want a watery potato soup. So in that I put about 1/4 and a half a stick of butter. To that, I'm going to add my small onion. Let that cook until the onions get tender. It just depends. And then a lot more of your water will be cooked out. And then I'm going to add my milk. Off to more chores. Okay, my potatoes are done and my onions are done. And I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay, now it's done and it's ready. So I've got some milk in my container. I'm actually out of the fresh milk. So a trick that my grandma always used to do, and she taught me to do, because the milk's so high in the grocery store, you get you some powdered milk and mix it up and just keep some cold in your refrigerator. So when you go to cooking, you don't have to use real milk, and it's a little bit cheaper. So with that, I'm going to add some of my milk that I've had made up. And turn your fire down to a simmer low. That was 2 cups. And I'm just going to let that simmer for about a couple of minutes. I'm going to mash a few of my potatoes on the side, make it a little bit creamier. And just let it cook down a little bit. I mean, you don't want it tasting like milk. You can add whatever seasonings you like. I can't have seasoning. I have Crohn's. So I basically season with herbs and salt, or garlic salt and onion salt, or powder. And that's it. So when this gets through and it simmers a little bit, I'll go back and taste it. I might add a little more salt, I might not. Let this simmer for a little bit on low, and then just come back. And if it's more liquidy than you like, just let it cook a little bit more. And as it cooks, it'll thicken from the starch from the potatoes. I don't like mine runny, but I don't like it thick. And keep in mind, once it cools off, it's going to thicken up real thick. So if you go to reheat it, you're going to have to add some more liquid, whether it be chicken broth or more milk. I'm going to let it cook down a little bit more. Excuse my voice. I want it to be a smidgen thicker. So maybe about 5 more minutes. I'll see you back. Okay, that's just about the way I like it. So I'm going to turn the fire down. I'm going to get me a bowl and a spoon. my ladle.
So now I'm gonna ladle some up. Now I'm gonna taste it. Me. It's perfect, but I don't require a lot of seasoning. Hope you liked my video today, so like, subscribe, and share. I appreciate it. Thank you.